Yes, boys. What are we saying? Yeah, I'll drive it like a madman. Right, full bodybuilder mode today. Full professional bodybuilder mode with a gas vest. Just to tell everybody that I'm a bodybuilder. This guy driving like a madman. There's always idiots and boy racers. People love to speed like a little kid, like little kids. Yes, so what are we on? It's Tuesday today, and we've got push at Musclebound. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna do a little 10-minute walk. I'm gonna start with. I'm going to do 3 sets of the crunch machine today. Yesterday I did my leg raises and my planks. Then we're going to go into 3 sets of side raises on the Atlantis machine. We're going to do 2 sets of pet deck and the prime pin loaded machine. I'm going to do 1 set of weighted dips with a belt. I think so. For that, what do we want? We want to get sort of like in the 6 or 7 to 10 rep range. I think we did 12 last week when we did it the first time with 2 plates. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to go a little bit heavier. So I'm just going to add a 2.5. I know I've mentioned it before, but I used to say 2.5s, 1.25s, whatever. They were never a tool that I'd ever use. It'd be either a plate or a plate and a half, or a 5 if I were doing like a smaller body part like arms maybe. But yeah, we're going to start loading the 2.5s. If I was right on the edge and I got perfect reps, but I only managed like 10 and a half, 10, then I probably would use a 1.25 to progress. But yeah, because we've got 12, I'm going to go for a 2.5. So just 1 set of that, no crazy volume. Then we've got an incline Smith. We're going to do like a 30-degree incline, and we've just got 1 set of that as well. Just like 1 set of I think 6 to 10. Yeah. And obviously now, because we're in the 2nd week of the new program, I know what weights I should be using. Last week, if anything, I overestimated the weights. So on a lot of things, I went a lot lighter than what I needed to, but so I still went to failure. Just went slightly over the rep range that we wanted. So this week now, it's very easy for me to sort of like go a little bit heavier and try and land in that rep range. Then after incline Smith, we've got triceps. So starting off with the Vulcan push down, so we can split it. We're going to do 2 working sets of that, and then we're going to do an overhead. We might do, I'm not sure if we might do single arm, we might just stick with the Vulcan and do double arm because I feel it really good. But triceps is something that I really want. Obviously arms is something that we want to bring up, but when I look at some of my poses, like I notice it in my double bicep shot mainly, that I just want my tricep to hang a lot more. So yeah, they'll hit that, but then obviously the dip will hit that good as well. 2 working sets on each of those tricep isolation movements, and then we're going to finish off with calves. So last week we did the calf press, but what I'm going to start implementing now, because my calves are nowhere near as sore as what they were in prep, and I'm still getting my steps in. So to me, I'm recovering. adding in another couple of sets of carbs is not going to be detrimental to my recovery. It's not going to touch my CNS. It's not going to affect like fatigue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my 2 sets of calf press like I did last week. So a calf press, it's like it's a straight leg movement, and then after we've done that, we're going to do 2 sets of seated calves. Yeah, nice steady session today. And who doesn't enjoy training chest? I used to love training chest. Chest work used to be my favourite body part to train, and I think it sort of shows on my physique. But now I enjoy training everything. I probably enjoy training legs the most, to be fair. But yeah, sick chest session, excited. And then what we might do tonight. So what I sometimes do with my food, yeah, with my 4th and 5th meal, this is a bit of a, so I'll do it at the moment. Now I'm in off season, I can be more flexible with my food, more flexible. As long as I stick to my daily macros, that's the way I see it. And as long as my digestion's good. Your digestion is obviously, apart from sticking to your macros, getting good quality sources in, good quality food sources in, your digestion is so important, man. So important. And I find that we're at that point where food isn't too high to sort of combine a meal. So my meal 4 and 5, I've got 3% beef mince in both of those meals. One of them's going to be with rice, one of them's going to be with potato. But what I've been having only 2 or 3 times a week, like literally twice max, is I'll do beef mince, 1 brioche bun. I think that's got like 3 grams of fat in the one that I get, and then I think I have 400 grams of potatoes in the air fryer. Yeah, and obviously then the beef mince, and I match it, and I have the right amount of like potato. I'm only having 1 brioche, even though I'd like 2 brioche buns, and I could potentially do like less potato, but obviously I'm trying to be smart. But I don't want to end up having too. I don't want to stray away too much from the good quality food sources. And obviously potatoes are better. To me, potatoes are better carb than a brioche bun is. And obviously the brioche buns are higher in fat as well. So we've got the majority of the carbs from potato, we've got a bit of carbs from the brioche bun, and then we've got us beef mince. And I've worked it out so that the macros are pretty much they're the same, exactly the same as they would be if I had meals 4 and 5 separate. It's one of those where, like I said, when I'm not in prep, I just like having that flexibility. I like having the option to do that, and I enjoy it, man. It's good for my head because like I said, the food volume's not crazy high yet. I'm basically having like a burger and 400 grams of potato. It's not wild. It doesn't cause any stress on my digestive system. And usually I do a walk either just before that meal or just after my meal. I mean, it sits perfectly. It doesn't affect my sleep. It's like I'll have that meal at potentially 6 o'clock, and then I might have my last meal at about 8:30, 9 latest, and then I try to be in bed for like 10:30. Like I like to have at least a good hour and a half after my last meal, when food's a bit higher, just to make sure it's digested, because there's nothing worse than eating and then going to bed straight away if you're having a big meal. And my last meal is not that big, but what I do is, like, because hunger is quite high now, which is a sign that my body's sort of like recovered, but weight's pretty much I'm thinking about 1 kilo above what I weighed on the morning of the competition 2.5 weeks ago now. So for my last meal, what I have is I have 110 grams of cream of rice. Well, I'm gonna have 110 grams of cream of rice, but what I do is I'll have like 80 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams of oats, and then obviously I can have whatever protein source I want. But so what I've been doing is I've been doing one, instead of just having whey like most people do, I've been having one whole egg, 350ml of egg whites, and then what I'll do is I'll shove all that in a blender, blend that together, pour it in a big bowl, and I'll pour in another 550ml of water. So it's like over a kilo of like volume, and then microwave 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes, take it out, whisk it, microwave it a couple of minutes, take it out, whisk it, and then what I've been doing is, so I've got apple on my pan. I'll put the apple in the air fryer, get loads of cinnamon on it. Apple's really good for digestion, man, really good for digestion. I'll bang that in, chop it up, bang it in the air fryer, and then once I've sort of like got the consistency, reached a point where I've got the consistency with the big bowl of goodness, I'll mix the apple into it. I've again, off season, it's not affecting my digestion, I'll add a few flavour drops in, like vanilla or the caramel one. I get my gram and a half of salt in. I'll mix all that in with a fork, sort of like I'll let it set. Depending on how advanced I make it, I might, like, so say that I make it and I think, right, I'm not going to eat this for an hour, I might just like leave it out just to sort of like cool down. If I think, right, I'm going to eat this in about 30 minutes, I'll bang it in the fridge, just like let it set, let it chill out a bit, because it's hot. It ends up getting super hot. And then once I'm ready to eat it, I'll pull it out and I'll whack on my 15 grams of, obviously I love my almond butter, but the peanut butter, the squirty one goes a long way, man. And I use like it's like a roasted one. It's like there's two different squirty ones. One of them's like a light brown colour and one of them's a dark brown colour. And the dark brown is bad. So I've been using that. Get 15 grams of that on. And do we do 15 grams of that? Yeah. Whatever it works out as anyway, it's the same macros as what I'm going to have in that meal. And then I have 100 grams of blueberries on top, and a bit of cinnamon, just a bit. But yeah, and that meal, I sit there on a night, sit there watching a film or whatever I'm doing, and it lasts a while. I enjoy it. It's a big voluminous meal and it digests good. For me, cream of rice digests good, egg whites digest perfect, eggs digest perfect, obviously berries digest good, and then like I said, as I'm only having 30 grams of oats, if I had a bit more, especially when food starts to go high, probably won't digest it as good, as my last meal. But for now, it sits perfectly. Don't go to sleep in any sort of like discomfort. I don't go to sleep bloated, and I'm sleeping good at the moment. Sleep's sort of like improving. It's been improving weekly since prep, and to be fair, the way that we managed everything this prep, it's probably the best my sleep's ever been during a prep. Yeah, it were only sort of like the last week where I'm waking up at like 2-3 o'clock and then struggling to get back to sleep, but for the majority of the prep I was like in bed 9:30, 10 latest, and then literally probably getting up at like 5:30, 5:08. The earliest I'd get up with 5, but most of the time I could stay in bed till like 5:30, 6. So, and if you've been through a prep and you're peeled, and you're in shape, sometimes getting like a good quality sleep's a big ask. But as you know, sleep is vital. You can take all the amount of steroids that you want, train as hard as you want, eat as much food as you want, but if the sleep's not there and you're not getting quality sleep, you will not grow. Just like in a deficit, you can be doing everything you need to be doing, but if the sleep's not there, your body won't be happy, you won't recover, you'll probably end up losing muscle, you'll feel like shit, and you probably end up looking like shit as a result. So yeah, right, there's a big ass queue here now, big ass dirty queue to get into the gym. It's just where we are in Bradford. It's just one of those. But anyway, I'm gonna rock up to the gym, I'm gonna get inside, I'm gonna do a 10-minute walk, I'm gonna smash abs out, and then I'll see you on the side raise machine. Atlantis side lateral machine, out of order. So what we're gonna do with today, I thought we'd do dumbbells, and I thought I like that. I like a good cable or a machine ideally. So what we're gonna go for is, we've got sort of like a Cybex dual lever cable machine. I think that's what we're going to call it. It says FT 360 on it, but what does that mean to you? Basically, what the arms sort of like parallel, just a bit wider than my feet, but I'm going to grab each one all like with the other hand. I'm just going to go straight up. Right, again, I'm going to guess this weight. We want 3 sets. Ideally, the Cuba wants 10 to 12. For me, I'm happy with 3 to 15. But let's see how we get on. We're going to run this set to failure, so wherever this lies, if we get more than 15 on this, we're probably going to go a little bit heavier for the next set. But like I said, ideally, all 3 sets in between 10 and 15 reps. So what I'm going to do, we're probably on the second set of that, we will probably end up getting maybe 14, 15, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go one heavier, because for me they were perfect reps. I felt like they were super slow, super controlled, and because Cuba does want a bit closer to 10 to 12, we're just going to go up one. I'm going to have about 90-second rest, and we'll go again. Set 2, we've gone one heavier. I think I got 11 then. I'll call it 10 and a half. Right, that felt good. So what we're going to do, we're going to have probably minute and a half, 2 minute rest. We're going to go again on that weight. In hindsight, if I knew I'd be hitting these sort of reps. I'd have probably done my first 2 sets on this weight, and then my third I'd have had to probably do on 3 where we started. So yeah, big rest, same again. Same weight again. I was mistaken 2 actually once. 3 sets of 8 to 12 on the side lateral. And I tell you what, I'm preferring this to the Atlantic sideways machine as well. So we might run with this next week. Oh yeah, that'll do, that'll do. That boy. Right, there's about 10 men on the pick fly, so I'll see how long they're going to be. If they're going to be quick, we'll wait for that. If they're going to be long, we'll find an alternative. A hoist pick fly, yeah. So I just had a little play with it. It's sort of like a bit of an incline fly. Either way, it feels sick. The only thing it doesn't have is that loading bullshit that all prime machines have. But I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not like, they're good, and obviously it works. But if you go to a different gym and it doesn't have it, it's one of them, innit? But yeah, we're gonna run this. I've guesstimated the weight. I think we're 1 off top at stack. What Cuba wants on these, wants 2 sets of 8 to 10. First set, I want 2 second holds in the contraction. We'll aim for 2 second holds in the contraction and we'll see what reps we get. If we get less than 8, obviously, next set, we don't need the contractions. We might stay on the same, or we might go a little bit lighter, depending on like how many reps we get and the quality of them. Let's go. Oh yeah, fuck me. Bad boy machine. Bad boy machine. Probably the best pec fly I've ever used in my life. Fucking bad boy machine. Oh, sick. Right, 11.5 reps. Obviously I had to fucking, not cheat, take that last one, but last one was a bit of a grind. I won't get in no more. It's 12 reps, 11.5 reps. I'll write that down, and what I'm going to do is, instead of going heavy for the next set, I'm just going to try and get the squeezes again. But yeah, fucking epic machine. Epic machine. That's twice a day we've been stitched up by either somebody up machine or basically having to pick an alternative and finding out that the alternative were better. squeeze that cheek extra in there. Fucking sick machine, this one. Sick machine. Right. Weighted dips. Bit nervous for this, but yeah man, sick exercise. Let's go. Yeah, last week we got 12 reps on 40. Like I said, try and land between 7 and 10 on these. I'm going to try and make them hard. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I'll try another one then. Fucking same as last week. Next week we'll probably go for 5. Tell you what, even though it's scary, this is probably my new favourite exercise. This. I just have that thing in the back of my mind. Don't tear a pec, don't tear a pec. That felt sick, that. I did one warm-up set, just body weight for like 5 reps. Just to fucking get my body used to the movement pattern. I'm not tearing shit. Would you say that's a chest pump? Or would you say it's a full-on titter? Right, straight in. Last week we got 8 on this. We won one set of sort of like 7 to 10, 6 to 10. So I'm probably going to stay on this weight, to be fair, until I get 10. And then instead of going heavier then, we'll just try and improve the reps. So yeah, let's see how we get on anyway. Chest feels super pumped, man. Super fucking pumped. Somebody commented on one of my videos saying that my chest needed work because my shoulders were too overpowering. Sick guy. I must have been flat that day. Right, let's get it. Let's fucking get it. Cool. Yep. Boom. Oh. Oh. There. Oh. There. 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 Oh yeah. Yeah. One rep up. Gassed. Gassed. That's what we come for. That's what we fucking come for. Right, triceps. Let's isolate these fuckers. Get these bitches to go. Right, last week we've managed 2 sets on 57. We've got 11 on both sets. Cuba once, 2 sets of 8 to 10. So, for the first set at least, I'm going to try 1 peg higher. Quality reps on these, making sure I'm splitting the row, getting a squeeze, getting a pause, both ends at movement. Right, let's go. Ooh.
9.5. 9.5. Right. What I want to do, I'm going to go one lighter, that's what we did last week. Have like a 1.5, 2 minute rest and see what we can get. I feel like if I do that weight again, I don't feel like I'm going to get 8. Yeah. Second set, we've gone one lighter. Let's see if we can match reps. I want at least 8. Any more's a bonus. Pretty much same again, 9.5. Right, last week, so overhead next. Last week we want on this now 2 sets of 10 to 12. Last week we used this weight we're doing now, and we got 12 then 11. So let's go for this weight again. Another set on that. Second set. Same weight. Oh shit. Yeah. Carbs. I fancy 3 sets of these today. I know I said we'll do 2 of them, 2 of these, but 3 sets of these. This is what I feel this is what I get best connection with. And we'll see how we're feeling. What we'll do is we'll see how we're feeling now after set 2. We might do a couple of sets on standing. Right. Sick. Couple of minute rest. Tell you what, fucking epic session today, man. I know I say it every single time. Fucking epic session. beat or matched all my numbers. Recovery's fucking coming now. Recovery's coming. It's fucking growth time, bitches. It's fucking growth time. Shit. Oh. Still a couple of sets of standing. Let's check out the pump. So, for those of you that watched back workout yesterday, it were a disaster. It were a disaster. Not only did microphone die, but we come in here and I had the camera close to the mirror and it kept on fucking. The mirrors are dirty, man. Musclebound, if you're watching it, clean your mirrors. Clean the mirrors. It kept on focusing on the shit on the mirror. It kept on losing focus on me. But clearly because I'm not big enough yet. Right, let's see what this pump's saying. What do we think, boys? Chest pumped. Sick pump. sick pump. Another fucking bad boy session, man. Bad boy session. I remember when I first learned how to do that. Yeah, fucking sick session, man. Yeah. Oh man, I love this shit. I love this shit. Everything's good. Life is good. Life is good. Life's always good with a pump. One thing what I've noticed as well, I know I've mentioned it before, but since I've been more on it, my clients have been on it too, man, and fucking hell. Some of them are looking sick. Some of them are out now. They look like completely different people to where they started. And some of them I've been working with months. Some guys I've been working with 6, 7 years. But yeah, sick. Right. I'll hit a few more shots and then we'll go in the car and see what we've got for post-workout. Buzzing with that. Buzzing with that. Another bad boy session. I tell you what, I ain't shared this with anyone yet. I'm a fucking loser, mate. You know why? Because I get emails from PlayStation games. And yesterday, I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition of FIFA because it said that I get an icon. I haven't played FIFA for over a year. And I play it for like, I get it and I end up playing it for like a month. And I think I paid like £90. And like I say, I get it for like a month. I'm just a nerd when it comes to games. I think, you know what it is though? It's one thing what I realised with, like in prep, I found it easy to stick to plan, because what I do is I downloaded Football Manager. None of you will be able to relate with this, and you American guys won't have a clue. Maybe some of you are into I think a lot of Americans are into like your fantasy football, like your NFL and like your fantasy teams, and obviously like NBA. But I don't know if any of you game. But yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm a nerd, mate. I ain't played PlayStation in a year. Like, I struggled to concentrate with PlayStation in prep. So in prep, and I'm still smashing it now. Football Manager, oh, it's so addictive, man. It's so addictive. But it helps me stick to my meals because time just flies by. Yeah, too much time, man. Right. We went for 50 grams of Special K today. The Morrison's one, because like I said, it's 75% rice. Just find it's got a bit of a harder texture than the cornflakes. And yeah, and then we've got 60 gram of cornflakes, so 110 gram altogether. And then today, I took away it as well because I had my thinking it on. Some fresh raspberries. Check them boys, nice and fresh. Unfortunately, we'll see how we like this, because I've been rating the blue juice from frozen blueberries. A bit less carbs in the raspberries as well, and I think, yeah, a bit less carbs in the raspberries. I think 200 grams frozen blueberries, you're getting about 20 gram of carbs, or so it says. And then I think 200 or whatever there is of these, maybe 250. I think you're getting about 10 grams carbs, maybe. But yeah, what is it? 20 to 4, plenty of time. Right. I'm gonna drive home, eat these, chill out. What am I listening to? What were it now that I listen to on my ear? Ah, yeah. There's like a Polish guy called Dawid, and he interviews like coaches, bodybuilders,
and I found an interview from last year where he interviewed Sasan. Sasan, fucking rare Sasan, me, man. Rare him. Seen him come up, seen him turn pro, UK bodybuilder. I think he's Iranian genetics. Oh, the Iranians, yeah, you wouldn't think it if you didn't know bodybuilding, but Iranians and the Middle East guys, they've all got, well, the shapes of the genetics are just sick. Some of the physiques are so clean, man. So clean and sick. But yeah, Sassa's got a fucking epic physique. I think he's like 6 or 7 weeks out from Olympia now. But anyway, he's on a podcast with this Dawid, some trainer, some Polish guy anyway. Most of his stuff's Polish, but obviously the interviews are in English. He had a good one with Martin Winston that I watched the video actually. They're like a year or so old. And yeah, and Sassan's just talking about his off season and how he does it himself and how he does it with clients. And fuck me, that guy eats. He's like at his peak strength. He'd be doing like toast and loads of toast and butter for his breakfast, bacon with fat on. Just like goes hard and don't fuck about. Like absolutely smashes honey and sugars and that pre and post workout. I remember I messaged him a couple of weeks back, and because I seen him with like a bowl of oats and he had like 200 grams of honey or something on the oats. Fucking madness. I just thought, fuck me, it looked good. It just looked so appealing, and he says that he has to sit there with a fan on eating it. I think he genuinely like struggles to hold his weight unless he's eating shit. And he said he were like, oh yeah, and I got to a place in what I do is in off season I might add in like with clients, I might add in like burgers like or cheap meals, last meal, started off once a week, twice a week, and then he goes, and I got to a point in my off season where I was having burgers every night and I thought he was going to say like a few weeks. I think he did like 8 or 10 weeks of like a cheat meal every night. And fucking hell. But the thing is, the guy gets peeled. It will have some like low calorie meals, but his meals are never like, his meals are always like massive, man. Like you look at that, when you look at his food and what he eats during prep, it just makes you drool. But yeah, sick man. Sassan's a sick guy. Sick physique, super clean lines, sick physique, man. And he's a pretty knowledgeable guy as well. Seems he's one of the good guys, man. I've sort of like, I won't say we're pals, but I've known him for like 10 years, maybe longer, and whenever I've messaged him, he's always replied straight away. He's always helped me with stuff. Probably even since probably for the last 15 years, man. He's always been on bodybuilding scene in UK. But yeah, mad. And then what we're now, Tuesday now, so not this weekend, next weekend we're in Italy, watching my boy Cuba. And then the sick lineup, man. That's another thing. If you haven't watched it, get it watched on Fouad Abiad's podcast with Fouad, Ian, Paul, and Urs, man. Urs. I'm just so excited to see what it looks like going into open. So every year he diets down. He's a big guy, but he diets down and he's peeled at like 220, 225, I think. I think he said his weight cap's 227, what he's got to make for Classic. And every year he's getting that, but it's like he struggles. So he struggles to get down to it, but he's like ready, like a lot heavier than that. So to me, it's not bodybuilding really. Because you want to be able to progress every year, but every year it's like he can't progress because he'll progress, but then he'll just have to lose the muscle. And obviously, the first place that the muscle comes from is your weak points. So yeah, and I think he says he's under 2 weeks out now. And obviously on stage for Classic he's like 225, and he's 2 weeks out now, and I think he said he were about 260. peeled out. He'll be peeled out of his mind, you know. I think he'll shock people. I personally think he's going to be like top three easy, because the thing is not only will he be in better condition than most of them, he's a big fucking guy, and he's super complete. Like obviously favourite's Quinton. And Quinton, I don't know his last name. He's got some fucking African last name. He's from Canada, big black guy, and his shape is sick. Tiny waist. He's like 6. It looks like he's about 6'3", but he's got so many gaps. Like his legs are sick, but like his back's not quite there. Like he He just needs a lot more size on his back just to be more complete. It's gonna be good anyway, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Right, I'm gonna smash this. I've not made the mistake today of pouring the milk in and chatting shit to you because it goes soggy. I'm gonna smash this, call it Aldi on the way home, get home, put my potatoes in and go for a walk. Right guys, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, thanks for fucking like all the support that you guys give me. Like, I love this shit, man. I love this shit. Whether everybody watches, whether nobody watches, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Keep doing what I do, and doing what I love, because that's what you're gonna do. Do what you love. Right. What have we got? Legs tomorrow. Legs tomorrow. Sick. Right. See you fuckers tomorrow.